You heard about that? Anyway, Dangote Refinery happened only for Dangote to now be doing promo. 970 naira per liter to marketers. And also, a liter will be sold at the pump price of 1,070 naira. So Dangote Refinery did not reduce the price of petroleum. They are now telling you that, say Dangote is importing crude oil. Now, here is, again, if they explain Nigeria to you, and you say you understand it, and you are not angry, they no explain it well. Nigeria is oil producing country, producing crude oil. So Nigeria will export our crude oil, and it will import the finished refined products to come and sell at exorbitant price to the people. The refineries in Nigeria are practically like comatose, okay? Then a private refinery is built, Dangote Refinery. They were supposed to stop taking the crude oil abroad. Guess what? That was the moment Nigeria started importing crude oil. Then they can, you see, go see Professor Dole explain Nigeria fine. If they are honest, that you are not going to be like, my head they bust, my ego. It is the greatest fraud that ever lived. See, this is the greatest fraud that ever existed. Nigeria. I call it Nigeria. And I call those who always believe the lies, Nigerians. Yeah? It's been 2 weeks now, right? Okay, since Dangote no work. Suddenly, the Portharcourt Refinery started working. Shouldn't that also impact? Like ordinarily, this is just like a layman to layman now, right? If the refinery in Portharcourt is working, that means the crude oil, the refinery, and Nigeria get out. The crude oil is not imported. The refinery is not imported. So if you want to, when you know that the removal of a subsidy has caused great pains, economic downturn, hardship on the people, and you want to relieve them, now you have a refinery that is supposed to be working. The crude oil and you get them. Don't say you the buy them. But it's been 2 weeks now. Rather than for people to see the Portharcourt petrol in the market, they don't drop another lamba in the news. Now Dubai, they buy them. Dubai will get their own refineries and their crude oil. Now they are saying that a Dubai company is now the one buying the Portharcourt refinery products to sell it abroad. When are you actually going to really enjoy that contraption? I don't understand. But they have been running different media campaigns to convince the impoverished Nigerians, right, that don't listen to Mayegun. The refinery is working. It's okay, fine. If it is working, when is it going to have impact on the local consumption? The price of petroleum in Nigeria. How much is the liter of petrol from Portharcourt refinery? It's in 1,075 naira. What would be the yardstick for that? Dangote refinery is cheaper than Portharcourt because it's GBT. Guess the people they recruited, this Olori Buku, NLC and TUC. They took them to one office and they said, it is true, the Portharcourt refinery is working. Then they came outside the building, and they said, solely. Nigeria to finish. Watch them.
So the person by my immediate right is the Pengasen president and TUC president. Next to him is the General Secretary of TUC, and who happened to be my boy that I trained for the labor movement. Lulu. Next to him is the lieutenant president and the trustee of the NLC, William. him is the National Treasurer of Portharcourt and the NLC Chairman in River State. So, my... Is there another person now? Yes. Okay. Fine. Alex, you can do self-introduction. Sorry. Forever, for the union makes us strong. Victory. There is victory for us. Victory. There is victory for us. In the struggle for our union. Yes. There is victory for us. Forward. Forward. Ever. Backward. Never. In the struggle for our union. There is can never be defeated. Workers united. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Our women, our strength. Our men, our ACM. Enjoyment now, forever.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
Huh? This kind one chance when Nigeria enter with this crop of opportunists called leaders is irredeemable. And I actually wanted to feel sorry for you. But I have run out of a sorry or the feeling sorry. So there's no point for me pretending. Nigeria is irredeemable. But good luck. Good luck with that. So finally, there's an image of Peter Obi visiting Babalola. And people are saying he's there to do what exactly? He also visited the Nigerian Correctional Service where the Dele Farotimi is locked up illegally. So we shall see how this played out from tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming to my temple, our temple of truth, tonight. And the next phase of our conversation is to take calls. And you may have the chance to also contribute yours, add your own contribution. But I'm going to go on a short break first to stretch my legs, stretch my body, then come back to take calls. And if you have to go, remember, make sure you like the broadcast, okay? If you have enjoyed this chat this evening, like the broadcast, share it, subscribe to my channel, right? So that, tomorrow we are continuing the reading of Dele Farotimi's masterpiece, Nigeria and its criminal justice system, tomorrow. So, and you will not be able to possibly see it if you don't subscribe to this channel. So please do. And when I come back now, I am going to pick a course. The number to call is on your screen. Follow the instruction. See you soon. Agbado, Ewa, cassava gari, Ewa. You dey speak in tongue.
That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maego. Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. I know you might not be able to guess who is calling because of the number I'm using. I'm using my business line instead.
Yeah, it's a bit, but I think I'm
this
trying
is
to grab the voice. And yes, tell me, who's this?
Dami from Lagos.
Oh, dear brother. Dami, how are you today?
I'm fine. I'm fine, and I can tell you are doing great too.
Oh, thank you very much. I am also trying,
Yeah, well, yeah, Lagos is fine. Everyone is doing good.
Okay.
And let me just say, I didn't want to call before.
Right.
But when you started showing things about what these police officers are doing, what the FRSC people are doing as well, I mean, I just had to call in and share my personal experience on Sunday.
Right. Go ahead.
And no, that was on Saturday, and as well advise people out there who are going to be coming home to just take caution because our madmen are out there already again. So I just had to facelift my car, send it to painter, bought a few things, just to put some fresh touch to the car.
Right.
So the painter took the car away from my compound and from his own workshop to where he would bake the car. So after baking, he went there in the evening to bring it back home. So incidentally, when he was coming back to give me the car, he had an impact with somebody.
Oh.
So that caused a lot of traffic. So the police people now came and they wanted to clear the traffic. So they ended up finding out it was the impact he had with someone that caused whatever traffic was there. What a reasonable police officer should do, like I know, is just take both of them out of the road. You know what they did?
What did they do?
The police officer started beating my car with gun. They broke my 2 side mirrors immediately.
Why?
I mean, are they not mad? That was the same question I asked the guy when he came and started telling me this, that. Okay, you guys had impact and you blocked the road. When a police officer gets there, the next thing I believe you should do is
to make sure that
ask them to leave the road.
It doesn't lead to any other further fisticuff. Clear the path and take the two of them away from there and clear the traffic.
But like Nigeria is a place where there is no human rights. I always tell my friends that, see, listen, Libya for me is better than Nigeria. And why am I saying that? Libya is a place that if you are going to Libya, you already know that there is no human rights there. So you're already informed that there is exactly. But Nigeria is a place where they will tell you there is this, there is that, but eventually there's nothing like that. So when he told me, I asked him, okay, where is the station of the police officers? I realized there were not even any of those police stations close to this place. Maybe they were just coming from one outing or all these stupid escorts and all. But something keeps bothering my mind. You came down from your vehicle and the next thing you think of is breaking a side mirror of a car you might never be able to buy in your life.
Fix?
I don't understand.
It's like
I don't understand.
Just mad in that place and
so when I saw that lady slapping and doing us, I was very happy. I won't lie to you, because really? I told the guy I was happy. Whatever it is they want to charge her, let them just
go. He didn't give a damn about the consequences of her action.
Something must have happened. Something must have happened before that is happening. In fact, I told the painter when he came around and said this was what happened, he was even almost crying. I had to tell him, see, whatever it is, forget about it, I'll buy another one. So I transferred money to him to get another one. And I told him not to worry. But I was telling him that day that I only thank God I didn't follow him to that place, because if I was there, I can't even see what would happen by now. I can lock the man immediately. Like, are you high? Do you know how much my side mirrors are?
Guns, the same gun they use in breaking your mirror. You wouldn't mind at that point. Like,
honestly, I won't mind, because these are mirrors that cost over 100,000.
Chai.
You just came out of your car and broke 2 of them immediately. Like, what's wrong with you? Those mirrors could pay your salary. We know how much they are giving to you people.
Like, why
are you high?
So angry as a police officer? There's no self-control. I mean, why are they always angry? Why is everyone always like angry?
I really don't understand. So I just want to advise our people that will be coming home. See, our madmen are now out on the roads again. Play it cool with them if you can, and if you can, avoid the roads as well. Because I mean, it's a dangerous place in here,
and it is December as well. And we no end up in the news as what they call the accidental discharge too. Thank you so much. And you too. This also applies to you. Okay, I'm glad that you are not there when this was happening, so that you wouldn't have carried out what you wanted to do, right?
I was also glad I wasn't there, because I would just think of how much I spent on the can. Man. But then it's well, sha.
Anyway, just take it easy, okay? Take your own advice as well, right? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice night, Jerry.
I mean, you have a good one, eh? So, indeed, there was this guy who he just came back from Nigeria. He went to Nigeria to go and spend 11 days vacation. And guess what he said? He said he was supposed to spend 11 days with his family in Nigeria. And he ended up spending more days with the police than his own family. Out of the 11 days, he spent 7 days with the police. He was arrested 7 times by the Nigerian police. That he ended up spending more time with Nigerian police than his family. So when he returned back to his base, he shared this experience that that would be the second person sharing their their horrible experience in Nigeria, a place that you need a special kind of orientation, level of education. If you are going to, especially if you have been away from Nigeria for a while, right now, like Dami just said, you will never understand why many of them are just angry. And the transfer of this aggression can be very much like injurious, fatal. So if you are going to Nigeria, or if you are already in Nigeria from your base abroad, please remember this advice. It is free and it is golden. It can save your life. Do not argue with them. And like Dami said, if you can avoid the road, what is the essence of going back to your own country when you just have to be very careful of how you dress, where you go, so that you don't end up as a victim that the place sort of make of many of us. So please, let us take this advice seriously, right? Yeah, the line is still pretty much opened. Let me, oh, hang on. I just lost a caller there. So yes, if you are interested in joining the conversation, don't wait till the last minute until you try. So you may have your shots as early as possible. I think I'm coming on. Don't go anywhere yet.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. Kese la nri lowo, makasakasa timbo. $1 was just 800 naira or thereabout a couple of months ago. Now $1 is over 1,000 naira. How much will it go? Nobody knows. Tori to nse falafulu. Ogba salary kilawa. Igberaga week. Gbera resanle like. Eat little and save more. Aye ta nje chicken kola wa yi ma. Aye shawarma ko ma. Aye ice cream ko. Mugari. Jẹ́ pọ̀nmọ́ gbàgbé táwọn doctors sọ pé kò ní nutritional value. Kí ló fẹ́ nutritional value pẹ̀lú kíní? Jẹ́ pọ̀nmọ́ mugari orí ẹja. Wallahi kò rẹ́rìn. Bọ́ bá lọ ṣe falafolo pẹ̀lú owó ìyà ó jẹ ọ́ bá kẹ́. This is the time to save more. Kálukú ló mọ tí ń san lówó school àwọn ọmọ nísìn. I started by paying 25,000 naira per term 2 years ago. Last year, 50,000. Wallahi, this year is 100,000 per child. Now, imagine having 4 kids going to school and I have to pay over 1.2 million naira in a year. Divide my salary in a year by 2. How much will remain? Gas is in Bentley. Pampers in Bentley. Èmi náà sọ ọmọ bọ́ yín ra fìlà yín ra sọ. Mbọ̀ ní ká fi gbogbo yín sí ibadallah. So this is the time to apply the basic principle of economics of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Save more, eat a little. Somebody told me there is nothing to save. I told him you are a liar. Why?
I mean, it's almost like there is nothing to save, if we are all being honest. Especially now that you've got this hyperinflation. You see, the amount of inflation you have in Nigeria is completely unsustainable. Even all of us living abroad, if the inflation in this country should get to the half of what you are facing in Nigeria, you will see riot too. You will see riot everywhere. In the UK, our own inflation is, I think, is about 3.5 or so percent. Is it 3 or 2? Okay. But it is a single-digit inflation. In America, their own inflation is about 3% as well. So, Abi? 3%. In Nigeria, inflation in Nigeria, food inflation alone is officially, is over 42%. And that is just being generous. I don't believe in their stats or statistics they are sharing in that place. Because the person that asked them that my statistics will go shop, is now the Oluwole accountant that is now falsifying or doctoring the figure or doctoring the data to suit their propaganda. But in reality, Nigerian currency has lost over 1,000 of its value, right, in the last 1.5 years alone. So if you are working in Nigeria, it is like 40% of the value of that your work has been stolen from you. Let me put that into a number so that you can understand. Let's assume that you did a job and you are paid 100,000 naira for that job. The current hyperinflation you have in Nigeria simply means that your 100,000 naira in value is practically 58,000 naira. 42% of it is gone already. So what your 100,000 naira will get you, in truest sense of it, should have been or would have been just 58,000 naira worth. And even at that, it's worse. Put it this way. When Nigeria had 7.5% inflation under Goodluck Egbere Jonathan, a bag of rice was 7,500 naira. The minimum wage at the time was 18,000 naira. And then the exchange rate at the time was officially 145 naira to $1. So if you use that to cut the value of your currency at the time, so 18,000 naira